PTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to our coverage of Guymon High School sports. Today, volleyball is the sport of choice as the Perryton Rangerettes have come to town to take on the Lady Tigers. Perryton comes into the game with a 2-15 overall record. Head coach Donna Gent says their record is a bit deceiving as they played a tremendous amount of very close 5-match contests. And they're going against a pretty formidable opponent in the Lady Tigers, who come into this game with a 15-7 record and a number 8 ranking in 5A here in Oklahoma. The opening tip serve will belong to the Rangerettes. Haley Cater will start us off. That one dug out and sent back over by LaGrange. Return to the back line. Out wide for Camry Kane, gets it across. Perryton with some trouble, able to get it back though. Blood at the net. Over to Kane with the kill shot. It's inbounds for the first point. Guymon on the board, leading 1-0. Now serving for the Lady Tigers, the senior setter, number 26, Hope Blood. First set serve, dug out. And the chase over there just sent back across and falls in the hole as the libero, Isabel Malco, and also Macy LaGrange kind of fell right in between them. Now serving number 6, Giselle Hernandez, a sophomore. Back line, that's LaGrange up to Blood. That one across. Sent back across, Blood sets it up out wide for Kane. Off the defender's hands for a point. Tigers now up 2-1. Substitution. Kane will head to the bench. Jacqueline Vasquez, a senior, now will serve. Also on the floor for the Lady Tigers, the junior number 11, Akol Pion. She's at the net. Got a block on that one. That was Bethany Jones, a senior, number 28, tried to dig that one out, but couldn't. So it's now tied up at 2 apiece. Subbing in for the Rangerettes, number 11, Alyssa Glassy. LaGrange back to Blood, back to LaGrange. That one blocked at the net. Little bit of hesitation. Guymon able to return it out wide, shot. Back. Rose saves that one. LaGrange gets it across, but it's blocked. LaGrange with a kick. Let's go to Rangerettes. Hadley de Santiago, the libero for the Rangerettes, serves. LaGrange to Blood. In the middle, the Pion gets it across. That one dug out. Shot at the net. Sent back across, two-handed by LaGrange. Out wide, back row. That too wide on the set. LaGrange gets it back across. Over the front line, Blood. Sent back across into the corner and just out of bounds. Vasquez couldn't get that one to drop in. 4-2. Perryton with the lead. Shot to the back line, that's Isabel Malco. And LaGrange set up, but couldn't get that one over the net. 5-2. Rangerettes. And that one's not going to clear the net, so 5-3 now the score. Isabel Malco will now serve. Taking Pion's place is Amy Loya, number 20. She's a sophomore. Her serve. Nice serve there by Malco. Perryton able to return it. There's Malco. Blood at the net. Over to LaGrange, blocked but wide. Oh, another point for the Lady Tigers. 5-4 now as they close the gap to 1. Malco with her second serve. Out wide, shot across, too wide, and we're all tied up at 5 apiece. Shot to the back line. There's a set in the middle. Blood sets it up wide for LaGrange. Into the net, partially blocked, got it back across. LaGrange sends it to the back line. Shot blocked at the net by Loya. Went off the hands of Jones as well. Malco tried to reach it, but too far into the Lady Tigers bench. And it's 6-5 in favor of the Lady Rangers. Number 12, junior Kate Ramirez into the game for the Rangerettes. Range with the shot to the back line. Able to get it back across from deep out wide. And LaGrange jumps that one over the blockers into that little hole there. 6-6 now the score. Kennedy Maley, a junior, number 3, comes in for Perryton. Bethany Jones with her first serve for the Lady Tigers. Shot to the back line. Malco gets it. Blood out wide to LaGrange. That one dug out. Loya, Blood, back to Loya. Blocked at the net. Dug out by LaGrange. Sent back over by Vasquez. That shot a little bit too long by Ramirez. So 7-6, Tigers with the lead. Jones with her second serve. Blocked by Loya. 8-6 now. Jones with the serve. Out wide. And that one is in. Just inside the back line. So 8-7 now. The ball sided out back to the Rangerettes. Cassidy Farney, a junior, number 7, serving. Out wide to LaGrange. That one blocked. Able to get it back across, though. Back line return. Malco to Blood. Loya in the middle to the back line. Front line and off the hands of Jones. That one might have gone out if she didn't reach up for that one, but we're tied back up at 8 apiece now. So Farney with her second serve. Back line to Vasquez. Blood. LaGrange with the shot. Gets it to fall right at the net. Between the net and the blockers. Camry Kane comes back in. Here's the serve from LaGrange. 9-8, Lady Tigers with the lead. Out wide to Kane. Dug out. Dumped across. Blood sets at the net. Out wide to Kane. That one blocked, but blocked out of bounds. So 10-8 now the score. Lady Tigers with the lead. Range with her second serve. Low, just barely over the net. Blood out wide to Kane. Has the two-hand dump it. Back line return by the libero. Range returns it to the back line. Set at the net in the center. Partially blocked by Loya. Dug out by LaGrange. Out wide to Kane. Gets it to fall between the two blockers in the net, just as LaGrange did earlier. And now it's 11-8 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Ty Ware, the head coach of the Lady Tigers, his 18th season. That shot too long by Kane. So side out back to Perryton. 11-9 now the score. Morgan Vila, a sophomore, number 9, into the game for the Rangerettes. Jones gets a hand on it, set by Blood, returned by Malco to the back line. Set out wide, shot to the back line is too long by Caitlin Britton. Hadley De Santiago returns for the Rangerettes. The sophomore number 4, Danica Portillo, into the game for the Lady Tigers. 12-9. Guymon with the lead. Make that 13-9 as that one was not returned. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're in game 1. It's Guymon 13, Perryton 9. Out of the timeout, 13-9 lead for the Lady Tigers. Served by Amy Loya. Ball returned by Ramirez. At the net. Dumped over the top by Portillo. Returned by Perryton. Out wide to Kane. Britton with the shot. LaGrange digs it out. Blood. Kane. They'll set out wide. Shot partially blocked by Blood. Blood out of bounds. So 13-10 now the score. Actually, they'll say that there's a point for the Tigers, so Loya serving in. 14-9 is the score. And that serving ace will make it 15-9. As Cassidy Farney probably should have left that one alone, as it was probably going to land out of bounds. So Loya with her 4th serve. Dug out, set at the net, center spike attempt, off the hands of Jones and out of bounds. So side out, back to the Lady Rangers. Malco returns to the game for the Lady Rangers. Haley Cater will be serving as she returns in. 15-10, the Rangerettes trail. Malco to Blood, to Portillo in the middle to the back line. De Santiago tried to save that one, couldn't get to it. Side out back to the Lady Tigers. 16-10 now, the score in their Guymon's favor. Nice serve by Blood, had to be dug all the way out from the ground. That spike from the outside hit her. Alexis Hernandez off the hands Bethany Jones. Giselle Hernandez serving. 16-11 the score. Malco got to it. Nice save by Kane. Portillo gets it across. And a block and a dump down by Portillo. And that was a well-earned point. 2 great plays there by Portillo on that one. Jacqueline Vasquez back into the game. She'll serve. 17-11, right into the net. Side out, back to the Lady Rangers. 17-12 now the score. Is Santiago serving. To the back line, a little indecision. That's going to be costly. Dug out by LaGrange, back to Blood, over to LaGrange, to the back line. Returned by Farney. Malco to Blood. Portillo in the middle. Dumps it right in the middle for a kill. 18-13. Malco now serving. Back line return by De Santiago. Vasquez to Hope Blood. And shot by LaGrange is returned. Out wide to LaGrange again. And Santiago able to dig that one out. Blood over to Jones. Shot at the net, returned. Malco, Blood to LaGrange, off the block, falls in the hole. 19-13 now the score. Out wide, shot across. LaGrange over to Blood. Back to LaGrange for the shot to the back line. Dug out. Outside shot, too strong. 20-13 now as we've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon leads Perryton in game one, 20-13. Out of the timeout, Isabel Malco still serving for the Lady Tigers.
Let's go, Isabel.
Finds the empty spot. A late dive by Hernandez, but wide open on that outer edge, and Malco able to find that. 21-13 now the score. Sends it to the same spot. Hernandez able to get it, ball sent across. Malco out wide to LaGrange, blocked at the net. Back at the net, LaGrange dumps it over the block. Out wide, shot across, and that one's gonna fall in. Nice shot there by Farney. Gives a side out back to the Rangerettes, 21-14. Kate Ramirez returns to the game. Alexis Hernandez, a senior, serving, and serves it into the net. She'll head out of the game as Kennedy Maley returns. Now serving for the Lady Tigers, number 28, Bethany Jones. Shot to the back line. Blood sets it up. Loya in the middle, two hands it to the back line. As to dump it in off of LaGrange. Back over to Perryton, 22-15. Guymon with the lead. LaGrange at the net, down the line. It is in bounds. 23-15, nice shot there by Macy LaGrange. Camry Kane returns to the match. There's the serve by LaGrange. Dug out by Malco, out wide to Kane. Gets the kill shot off the block, 24-15, so game point for the Lady Tigers. That one off the hands, and that is game one. Lady Tigers take it 25-15. And we are set for match two. Guymon with the service to start this one. Leading 1-0. Number 26, Hope Blood, will be serving first for the Lady Tigers. Alyssa Glassy goes out immediately as Hadley De Santiago, the libero, comes into the match. Referee ready for action. Service off the net. Does get it to go over Jones, out wide to Kane. Kane with 5 kills in that first match. That one, De Santiago into the net. 1-0 Lady Tigers. Ace, just a little bit of hesitation as Farney and De Santiago were both there. Dug out in the back line. Piom got a hand on that one. Sent it back, was dug out though. LaGrange returns that one. That one too far into the net as Cater tried to reach it but just couldn't. So 3-0 now. The Lady Tigers starting off well here in game 2. And that one right on the outer edge. De Santiago sent it back in but couldn't be controlled by Vila. And now it's 4-0 Lady Tigers. Here's the set out wide. Kill shot blocked by LaGrange. Piom sent it back over but touched the net in the process. So that's going to give a side out over to the Rangerettes. Now serving for them will be Giselle Hernandez. First one is too long. Ooh, back over to the Lady Tigers as Jacqueline Vasquez returns to the match. She'll be serving. Score says 6-0, but I think that may be 6-1. And LaGrange dumps one in, goes all the way just inside the back line to make it 7-0. And head coach Gent checking over there. They'll straighten out the score. So it is 7-1 now. Vasquez serving for the Lady Tigers. Off the net, dug out, and sent back over by Hernandez. LaGrange at the net, off the blockers. And that'll make it 8-1. Out to the outside hitter, shot across. Returned by Blood. She was trying to set up LaGrange out wide, but just hit off of her hands wrong and out of bounds. Returning to the game now, Alyssa Glassy, now serving Hadley De Santiago. 8-2 the score. Lady Tigers unable to return, 8-3 now the score. Back line to Malco. Blood sets up LaGrange, punches it down the line, and they are saying in on that one. It was right there at the line, so 9-3. Another great shot there by LaGrange. She's had a couple of them that went right down the line. As Amy Loya returns to the game. Malco serving, and serves this one into the net. So side out, back to Perryton. 9-4 now the score. And it'll be Alexis Hernandez serving. Kate Ramirez returns for the Lady Rangerettes. LaGrange at the middle, dumps it over the block. Ball returned, blocked by Loya, but couldn't get it to over the net. So 9-5 now the score. And second serve from Hernandez. To the back line. Loya sends it over to the corner. Dug out by De Santiago. Returned by Ramirez. LaGrange punches it across, but touched the net. So 9-6. Back over to Perryton. Vasquez sends it into a hole as Blood tried to reach it but couldn't. 9-7 as Rangerettes have rallied with Hernandez serving. LaGrange over to Blood, back to LaGrange. All volleyed back, Malco. Blood sets up Loya in the middle. Nice shot, but dug out nicely there by Hernandez. Sent back up by Jones. Net touched by Kate Ramirez. We'll give it a side out back to Guymon as Kennedy Maley returns. 10-7 in favor of Guymon. Already leading 1-0. Out wide, Loya there for the block. Ball into the net as Glassy tried to get there but couldn't in time. Caitlin Britton returns for the Rangerettes. 11-7 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Bethany Jones serving. Out wide, shot is inside the back line. Nice shot there by Giselle Hernandez. Now serving will be Cassidy Farney. 11-8 the score in favor of Perryton, or in favor of Guymon, excuse me. Ball sent back across by Malco. Out wide to Giselle Hernandez. Not returned. 11-9 now the score. Line, that one's just going to have to be sent back across by Blood. There's the set center. It's dug out and long shot by LaGrange, but that one out of bounds. So 11-10. So after trailing 8-1 here in game 2, Perryton has climbed back in and could tie it up with this one. Malco to Blood, outside to LaGrange. Cross-court shot, it's inbounds. So 12-10 as it's sided out back to the Lady Tigers. Camry Kane back into the game. LaGrange serving. That one sent back across. There's a set in the middle to Loya. Gets it across and off the hands of the blocker for the point. 13-10. LaGrange with another nice serve. Loya gets that one across at the net. 14-10. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's Guymon leading Perryton in game 2, 14-10. Out of the timeout, Macy LaGrange still serving for the Lady Tigers. Dug out, but Falls right at the net. Caitlin Britton and Kennedy Maley were there, but neither of them could get that one as it was just too far under the net. 15-10 now. Lady Tigers. Set at the net. Dumps it over the line into the hole. Giselle Hernandez gets the side out for the Rangerettes. 15-11 now the score. Morgan Vila returns, now serving Alyssa Glassy. Emery Kane returns it for the Lady Tigers. Malco returns it from the back line. Set at the net out wide. That one dug out by Malco. LaGrange off the side of her hand, and too wide for a return. So we'll stay with the Rangerettes. 15-12 now the score. Jones to Blood to Loya in the middle. Partially blocked. Shot to the back line, dug out by Malco over to Blood. Kane shot into the net. 15-13 now the score. Loya sends it across two-handed, but it was blocked there by Vila. And Guymon unable to return. 15-14 as Perryton has clawed back to a one-point game for the second time. Blood sends it across, outside hitter. Can't get it across. That was one too many hits. Ball went out of bounds anyway. De Santiago returns for Perryton, as does Kane, or Portillo, excuse me, for the Lady Tigers. Served by Loya, 16-14. Portillo into the net, so 16-15 now. Back over to Perryton on the serve. Actually, it's 17-14. It was Perryton who was in the net, not Portillo for Guymon. Loya with her second serve, too strong. 17-15 now the score. Malco returns for the Lady Tigers. Haley Cater and Alexis Hernandez return for Perryton. Cater serving for the Rangerettes. Portillo dumps it over the blockers and wins the side out back for the Lady Tigers. 18-15 now. Hope Blood serving. All dug out there by Vila. Vila returns it. Backline, Malco, Blood, and Kane with a shot to the backline. Too strong. 18-16. Rangerettes now with the side out. Giselle Hernandez serving. LaGrange with the hit. Jones gets it back across. Set at the net in the center. Shot is blocked by Portillo, but Alexis Hernandez got it to drop on the opposite side. So 18-17, so we're back to a one-point game again. Here's the serve from Giselle Hernandez. That one too strong. Vasquez returns to the match. She'll be serving. 19-17. Dug out, sent back across. Jones taps it back down for the kill. So 20-17, Vasquez with her second serve. Out wide, shot across. And it is barely in. Cassidy Farney with a big shot. Alyssa Glassy returns, now serving Hadley de Santiago. LaGrange returns it, that one a little too long. And a smart move by de Santiago. She was set to dig that one out, but at the last minute moved out of the way to keep service. It's now 20-19. Perryton trying to tie it up. LaGrange with the shot blocked at the net. That was Alexis Hernandez and Alyssa Glassy. And we're knotted up at 20 apiece here in game 2. Look out by LaGrange. Blood outside to LaGrange. Has the two-handed to the far corner. Beautifully placed though. Cassidy Farney tried to chase it down but couldn't get there in time. So Isabel Malco now serving. Lady Tigers up by 1. Nice serve into the back corner. Center return partially blocked by Loya. Malco out wide to LaGrange, but shot is too long. Tied back up at 21 apiece. Alexis Hernandez ready to serve as Caitlin Britton returns. The Rangerettes rallied earlier under Hernandez. Gets that one to drop. And the Rangerettes lead here in game 2 for the first time. 22-21. That one too strong. 22 all. Kennedy Maley returns for the Rangerettes. Bethany Jones serving for the Lady Tigers. That one into the net. 23-22. Cassidy Farney, the junior, now serving. Malco to Blood, out wide to LaGrange. Cross-court shot. Out wide to Hernandez, gets it to drop in over the blockers. Sent back by Malco. That one into the net. And Perryton unable to return it. We're knotted back up at 23. Camry Kane returns to the contest. Macy LaGrange now serving. To the back line, dug out. Shot at the net, too strong. And we've got another game point for the Lady Tigers. Timeout on the floor in game 2. It's Guymon 24, Perryton 23. So Macy LaGrange serving, game point here for the Lady Tigers. That one dug out nicely by De Santiago. That's sent into the net by Giselle Hernandez. And that is game number 2. Guymon wins 25-23 to take a 2-0 lead in the match. And we are ready for game 3.
Let's go, Lady Tigers.
Isabel.
Serving first for Perryton is number 1, Haley Cater. Jones digs that one out, sends it across the net. Malco to Blood. Pion dumps that one in the corner. 4-point number 1 for the Lady Tigers. Side out. And it'll be Hope Blood serving. A little bit of indecisiveness for the Rangerettes. Lets that one drop after the initial hit, 2-0. And that one goes out the side of Blood's hand and out of bounds. So 2-1 side out to Perryton. Giselle Hernandez now serving. LaGrange to Blood, out wide to Jones. Sends it cross court. Dumped over the front line. Blood out wide to Kane, but sends that one into the net. We're tied back up at 2 apiece. Nice dig there by Malco. Second shot from Pion, though, goes the wrong direction. And the Rangerettes lead 3-2. Giselle Hernandez with her second serve. That one dug out nicely by LaGrange. Sent back across by Kane, but too strong. 4-2 now, Perryton with the lead. Shot too long on that serve. It will be a side out to the Lady Tigers. And Jacqueline Vasquez back into the game serving. Lady Tigers trailing 3-4. That one returned, dug out by Malco, sent back across. Out wide for this hit. Vasquez knocks that one up, set by Blood. Sent back by LaGrange. That one sent back across. Shot to the back line. A little bit of confusion. They'll say it's Guymon's point. Some discussion between Coach Gent and the referee. And we'll say it is Guymon's point. So we're tied up at 4 apiece. Isabel Malco serving. Coach Ware asking for a lineup check. Amy Lloyd. Well, I think we finally got it all straightened out. Malco with the serve. And a shot. Kill shot from Alexis Hernandez gives it back to the Rangerettes. They lead 5-4. Now serving Hadley De Santiago. Grange with the return to the back line. Dug nicely by Cater. That one dumped over the block. LaGrange digs it out. Sent back across by Vasquez. Outside shot through the wall. LaGrange with the cross-court shot, dug out. Can't get to it as it fell under the net. And it's 6-4 Rangerettes. De Santiago. Vasquez digs that one out. Sent back over two-handed by LaGrange. Too many shots. That one's going to come back over to the Lady Tigers. Bethany Jones now serving. Lady Tigers down 5-6. Oh, return. Malco with the shot, as that was a hard shot by De Santiago. Kate Ramirez returns for the Rangerettes. And that serve by Alexis Hernandez into the net. Kennedy Maley back in. Macy LaGrange serving for the Lady Tigers as Camry Kane returns. 6-7, Perryton with the lead. Blood sets it up for Kane outside. Cross-court shot and gets it to fall. Good placement there by Kane. Tied up at 7 apiece. Guymon looking for the sweep here. Shot to the back line. Set up in the center. Blood sets out Kane outside. And a shot there, too strong there by Kate Ramirez. So 8-7, Guymon retakes the lead. That serve off the hands of De Santiago. It's now 9-7. That one's sent back across by Giselle Hernandez. Loya at the net with the shot dug out nicely by Maley, but ball did hit the ceiling as it crossed over, so that means it stays with Guymon. We've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon leads game 3, 10-7 over Perryton. Out of the timeout, LaGrange still serving for the Lady Tigers. That one to the back line. Set up in the center. Kill shot. Jones tried to dig that one out, but couldn't get a good enough hand underneath that one. Went out the back end of the floor. 10-8 is a side out back to Perryton. Cassidy Farney serving. Alco sends that one back. And a kill shot by Kate Ramirez. 10-9 now. Here's a second serve from Farney. Malco to Blood outside to Kane. That one blocked. And then dumps it back across right in the middle. 11-9, side out back to the Lady Tigers. Shot at the net by Giselle Hernandez. Guymon unable to return it. Malco returns as Loya will go back to the bench. Morgan Vila into the game, as well as Caitlin Britton. Going off the net, Malco digs it out. LaGrange up to Portillo. Nicely placed, but dug out there by Maley. That one from Kane. Finds the empty spot, gets it to fall. De Santiago returns. Hope Blood now serving. 12-10, Guymon leads. That one short and wide. 12-11, side out back to Perryton. Alexis Hernandez back into the game for the Rangerettes. Blanco with the dig. LaGrange sends it across to the back line. Dug out there by De Santiago. Cater couldn't get a hand on that one, and it drops in for the Lady Tigers. Vasquez back into the game. She'll be serving. Santiago dug that one out, shot across the court. Vasquez gets a hand on it, and that's going to be a point for the Rangerettes. 13-11 now the score. Giselle Hernandez serving. Malco to Blood, sets up LaGrange outside. Too wide that time as she tried to go down the line again. And we're knotted up at 13 apiece. LaGrange to Blood to LaGrange, two hands it over. Tried to get it to drop behind the blockers. And Portillo with the block. 14-13. Isabel Malco now serving. Amy Loya back in the game. Well, sent back across by Loya. Jones across this time to Santiago at the back line. Outside shot by Avila. LaGrange dumps it over the block. Perryton can't quite get that. They got to the third hit amazingly, but not able to get it back in time. 15-13 now. Malco serving again.
Nice serve.
That one sent back across by Farney. Blood outside to LaGrange. Cross-court shot, dug out back line. Malco with a hand on it, out wide to LaGrange again. Dug out by Giselle Hernandez, but wide. So point for the Lady Tigers. This nice hard shot there by LaGrange. Puts the Tigers up by 3, 16-13 here in game 3. Santiago, she'll send it back across, but into the net instead. 17-13 now. Set up out wide, cross-court shot. It's good. That was Cassidy Farney. 17-14 now the score. Alyssa Glassy returns for the Rangerettes. Hope Blood back to LaGrange in the middle this time. Gets that one to drop in the back corner. Nice shot on that one. 18-14 now the score. Bethany Jones with the serve. And that one hit into the net by Farney. Makes it 19-14 Guymon. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're in game 3. Guymon leads 2-0 and leads here 19-14 in the third. Out of the timeout, Bethany Jones serving for the Lady Tigers, leading 19-14, looking for the sweep here in game 3. That shot into the net by Alexis Hernandez makes it 20-14.
Another one, Bethany.
Got one from Jones, too strong. In 20-15 now the score. Kate Ramirez in for the Rangerettes. Jones over to Blood to Loya. Shot too long. 20-16 now. Dug out by Vasquez. Blood over to LaGrange. That one blocked. Double team there is Alyssa Glassy and Cassidy Farney put up the wall. And earned a point for the Rangerettes. 20-17 now the score. Malco to Blood. Outside to LaGrange. Cross court one. Beautiful shot there by LaGrange. Off the hands of Kate Ramirez. It's 21-17 now as Camry Kane returns. LaGrange now serving. Perryton unable to return that one. 22-17 now. Dug out by the back line nicely. Shot dug out there by LaGrange. Camry Kane powers that one past the block. Kane again, she'll dump that one across. Dug out by Ramirez. Perryton able to get that one back across. In the center to Loya to the corner. Dug out. Ramirez sends it back across. Loya again in the middle. Perryton can't get that one to return. 23-17 now. So LaGrange still serving. Camry Kane with a kill shot, dug out though by De Santiago. LaGrange with the shot to the back line, dug out again by De Santiago. This time LaGrange shot into the net. 23-18 now the score. Farney serving. Britton returned also for the Rangerettes. Kane got that one to drop in, dug out. Blood sets up Loya. He dumps it over the middle. Dug out again. Malco to Blood. Returned by Malco. Out wide shot, dug out by Jones. A good shot there by Britton. LaGrange sends it to the corner, gets it to drop in. Beautiful shot, 24-18. And it's game point, match point. Portillo returns. And Amy Loya with a chance to put this one away for the Lady Tigers. And there it is. The Lady Tigers sweep the Perryton Rangerettes with a third match 25-18 win. We thank you for joining us here on PTCI Channel 2's coverage of Guymon High School sports, and hope you'll join us again next time. Good night from Guymon High School.